So Mandira, thank you so much for speaking to us here at NDTV at what must be a very, very difficult time for you. You know, condolences to you and your family, given the suddenness of your brother's death. If you could, where were you when you first heard about it?
We were at home in the UK, and Mum had actually gone to visit my brother. And I called her in the evening. The Air India crash had just happened, and I called her, and she was sitting alone at home, and she said, "I want to come back." So we sent her an Uber to come to us. And my sister called from New York, and she just kept saying, something's happened to Bhaiya. And I said, well, if he's playing polo, something's happened. So I said, well, he's probably fallen off, and he's had a lot of accidents with rods in his arm. And then she called me back saying that he's gone.
I can imagine just talking about it. I mean, given the suddenness of it and the fact that it happened when he was doing something he enjoyed. I also know, you wrote on social media a very emotional piece about your brother, about how you actually hadn't spoken for many years and you were involved in some kind of litigation, and how you regret that.
I don't think I ever thought that my brother and me would fight forever, because we were very, very, very close, and we had our little moments and little jokes between us, which were just us, and I could look at him, or he could look at me, and we'd get it, and So I don't think I ever imagined that we wouldn't make up and we wouldn't talk, or he wouldn't be a part of my life ever again. So I think for me that's it's just been really tough to know that I'll never see him again, and I'll never have those moments again with him. Because I know, it was such a stupid fight if you think about it, but at that time it was so big, and the world makes everything bigger, and I think I wish I'd not got caught up in that. But had I known for 1 second, I don't think him or me would have made this last the way it did.
And it was litigation involving
the brand,
Sona. The brand, and
and that's when we found out about the fact that there was a trust and all of that, which was, I think my brother is not the kind of person who would do this to us. So it was all very shocking for us, but I wish I could sit down with him and ask him now everything, but we can't.
Right. I'm so sorry. I know this is very difficult for you to talk about, but what's also now in the public, I mean, your mother has come out and spoken about how she was made to sign certain documents. Yeah. This is something that has been denied by Sona Comstar, they're saying, and they've in fact sent a cease-and-desist notice as well to your mother.
Well, it wasn't towards Sona Comstar. It was us trying to figure out what had happened with our shares in Sona Comstar for the family. It wasn't about Sona Comstar. We were asking them to give us time to figure out what was going on. We've lost our brother. Everything's happened so fast, and suddenly we heard about this board meeting, and we sat down, and Mum said, "Can they not stop right now?" And that's when we asked. Mum said, "I want to ask them to stop it." I said, "Well, I think the advice we got is we can ask them to postpone it," which is what she wanted, just to figure out what was going on, because we're now finding out every day that the family owns nothing. We've lost everything. And what my dad built was Sona. We grew up, with Dad traveling to Delhi, coming back here. We grew up in this house, and we spent very little time with him during the time he was building this company. And today, our family has no link with it, which is a bit odd. My mom's alive. We're alive. Just because there's no son left, there are 2 daughters left. There's 6, 7 grandchildren today. How can we give up what Dad built for this family? For his whole dream was to create a legacy. And today the Kapurs have got nothing but to do with it. It's all gone. The house she built, she sat under a tree. She wanted a house like the White House, which Dad bought her the land, and she sat and did it. It's all gone. How do you tell your mother, who's 80, who's lost not only a husband but a son as well, that you have nothing today? How do I, as a daughter, when she wakes up and asks me, how has this happened? What do I say to her? I don't know.
Well, I have heard from the other side that your sister-in-law Priya Kapur has been asking your mother to return to Delhi and asking her to come back. Her grandson is also there.
Firstly, I don't know why there's another side. We should all be on the same side. We've all had a loss. So the fact that there's another side is shattering.
That was just my phrasing.
No, I know. But I know a lot of people are phrasing it that way. I think the fact is we should have been a family, and that's a sad bit. I don't think Mum's I think right now it's very tough for mom even to go to that house. She's got first attached memories with dad, which was, one thing that she got through. Now to go back and there's no brother there. It's very hard for her to walk into that house. She's not emotionally ready to face that she's lost her son. And we're going to support her till she is. And I think right now she's still going through processing what is happening, processing the losses. It's taken us back to even dad's loss, because out of family of 5, there are 3 girls left now. We don't have any men. So it's a lot for us to take in. And I think she emotionally, she needs to be at that space to be ready to go into a house which she now lived with her son, who's not there anymore. It's not anything personal against anyone. It's getting mom to a point of, strength to be able to deal with the fact that, we're dealing with a lot. We've lost everything right now. Mom's lost her entire world. We still I have a husband, I have my kids. She's lost her only son. She lost her husband. She's lost everything her husband built. And he built for her. She has nothing today.
Coming back to, the manner of Sunjay's death, your mother did write to the authorities in the UK asking for more details regarding it. And the letter did create quite a flurry, the way it suggested that there was not everything, that was not all out in the open, the manner in which she died.
How do you tell a mother that her 53-year-old, very fit son died of a bee sting? And that's all we've heard. We don't know anything else. We were told he swallowed a bee and got stung. Mom saying, when you're riding, you have your helmet on. How is he swallowed a bee? How is he? We're not getting answers to anything. We're asking non-stop. No one is answering our questions. So we decided if we're not going to, as a mother, she has a right to know what happened to her son. And by UK law, she has a right. So it's as simple as reaching out. If no one's answering us, we've got to reach out to someone to get an answer for my mother, for us, to know what happened to this healthy person. How has a bee gone into his mouth, and how has he died of a bee sting?
So the post-mortem report doesn't, mention the bee now. In fact, it's all denied now that there was even a bee. It was a cardiac arrest that happened while he was playing polo, and the post-mortem report is with NDTV.
Well, we didn't get the post-mortem report. I got it through the media. So how can a bee now turn into a cardiac arrest of a healthy person who, from what I've heard, had her heart checked and didn't have any problems, had 40% of an artery blocked, from what I've heard, unfortunately. I don't know anything. The family doesn't know anything. We don't have anything from anyone. We're going on what we're told. We're going on what the media has sent us. We don't know anything going on. So when you're asking me this question, all I know is my brother died of a bee sting. Now I'm being told a heart attack, but how heart attack? He doesn't have any heart problems. So how is he gone?
One has heard from lawyers that the post-mortem was sent to your mother as well.
It was not sent. I know it wasn't sent. I got it from the media. I'm the one who shared it, and I only got 1 page. Then it was sent to me through a relative. There were 3 pages. That's how we got it.
All right. Now, Sona Comstar also said that since 2019, your mother did not have any shares left, so there is no claim, it seems, is what they're suggesting.
So as you are finding out, we are also finding out. We didn't know we had to look into this stuff. We have learned that everything was put into this so-called trust, which I don't know how, we don't know anything. We're still finding out stuff. My father left everything to my mother. My father and mother founded Sona. So to tell my mother at 80, you have nothing to do with the company she built, I think is a little absurd. I think it's a little harsh on my mom to, send her this letter saying you have nothing to do with the company she built. She's 80. Just have that respect of the fact that her husband and her did this. They started with Sona. My dad worked with her. His father-in-law left everything. Our family was moved to Delhi. We actually went for family therapy because we hated moving to Delhi. That's what we've been through. And today you're telling this 80-year-old woman who's lost everything that you have nothing to do with this company. I mean, think about it. Is that fair? This is the legacy that my father built. Today we're being told you're not allowed to have this legacy. What have you got to do with it? It's absurd.
It's also being pointed out that after your father passed away, that Sona was not what it is today, and your brother got into various agreements and built what today is called Sona Comstar, and it's multi-country. It's a massive company. He was a billionaire, and that it was his success and his company that he built after your father? I know it's
I'm
difficult
glad
to
you've
hear
asked me this question because there were no financial problems at Sona. Yes, Germany was in problems which my dad brought out. He took Germany out of those problems. India was not going through anything. Dad's mandate was very clear that he wanted it professionally run. He wanted a company that would invest and take it to IPO. Blackstone is known for growing companies. My brother, yes, was a part of it, but he was not unfortunately, he did not do what everyone is saying. Yes, he was the face as a family. He was there. And what was he doing? What any son in any Indian family would do is taking dad's vision forward for the family. This was not a personal thing. My dad did not say give one child everything and that's it. My mum had a will to her. According to my mum, Sunjay was doing his duty as a son of taking dad's vision forward for the family. That's it. And I think everyone needs to understand that, yes, my brother was the son. I hate saying was, but this was his duty to his family. And Blackstone came in and did what they do best. They grew the company 3-folds, 5-folds, took it to IPO, did what they do. So I don't understand where everyone else is being cut off. The brand Sona was created by my father. Blackstone came in because of Sona, not because of an individual, because of the brand. And that needs to be understood very clearly. This is meant to be a family legacy. It's meant to go to my kids, to their kids, to Sunjay's kids, to my sister's kids. We're supposed to take this from generation to generation. That was Dad's dream. So why is it being cut off here? On what basis?
What would you like to happen? Are you hoping there be some kind of mediation? Are you planning to take this legal?
Wouldn't it be better for a family to mediate and settle instead of making it a public drama, which everyone's waiting for? But this is not us. This is not how our family's ever been. It's not what we want to do. I think it would be sensible for everyone to sit down together, and honestly, everything needs to go to my mother, which belongs to. You cannot have an 80-year-old woman at her age and stage sitting how she is. I don't think it's fair. I don't think anyone in this world, forget the country, would think any of this is fair. When you start a company or a brand for a family, it stays with the family. When the head of the family is alive, it should be with the head of the family. And I think that needs to be respected.
All right. And also, where does Karishma Kapoor stand in this, what is happening right now in terms of, we saw that photograph that Priya had shared of all the children all together, and so where is her position in this? Because she also has 2 children.
Listen, she's a mother. She's a very, very good mother. I have to give her that. She's done a very good job of letting the family be one, which is, I commend her on that. I think the kids have been close. They've had a great relationship, and hopefully somehow we can carry that on and let the family be one again, because she's looking out for her kids like any mother would, and that's what she's doing.
So is she in touch with you? She's in touch with Priya?
Yes, of course. I'm sure she's in touch with Priya. The fact is we've all had a good relationship. The kids have been coming to see mum. We're all in touch. This is not meant to be a family feud. It should, we should find a way to make sure that the head of the family should keep her space, really. At the end of the day, we're children. No matter how old we are children. And I think the respect factor needs to stay. So I don't think this is what mum's intention or my sister and my intention is. We just want to have peace of mind. We want to carry on my father's dreams, and we want to respect my brother. And I think it comes down to that.
Right. And finally, again, I want to ask you, the fact that your mother was divested of all shares in 2019, was that a surprise to you and your sister Suparna and your mother?
It was. Everything has been a surprise and a shock to us. I think everything we're finding out is it's very upsetting, and it's like I said, we're learning every day. We're learning a lot through the media. We're learning a lot through sources of well-wishers who are coming and telling us what is happening. So we're learning, and everything has been shocking. From the 12th of June, our life has been one big shock. And, it feels like a nightmare which we want to wake up from. So, yeah. And
again, is there anyone who is, perhaps talking to both sides, trying to, come to some agreement? Because, again, children are involved. Yeah. There are 2 of Priya's, there's Karishma's 2, they're your children. There's your mother who's over 80, and she's, I believe, feeling very stressed, and she has very high blood pressure because of this. Obviously, it must be telling on her health as well.
It is. There's no one yet. who is. So hopefully, we'll find a way to do that at some point. I think right now I think it would be nice if everything was shared openly with us and we were able to sit down and get to somewhere which makes sense. Everyone has to be looked after. There are 7 grandkids at the end of the day. And I think that's what Mum's concern is. There are not only 3 grandkids from my brother, there are 7 in the family, and Dad was obsessed with his grandchildren. My dad's obsession was my mother, then the grandkids, then the 3 of us. And that needs to be kept because, again, this is a family which Dad wanted to build a legacy, and he did, and I don't think it should leave our family.
And you're hoping to resolve it and not take it legal, not...
That's not the intention. It never was. My mom's 80. I don't think she wants to get into legal battles at this age, nor do we. We've just been through a huge tragedy in our life. It was hard enough losing my father. We never thought we'd lose my brother. So I think we should be able to grieve at least without all this drama going on and this constant... finding out something new every day, going into a space of what the hell has happened to our life. Everything has been snatched on the 12th of June and we're lost. We're just absolutely lost.
And have you spoken to Priya?
No, I don't. We haven't spoken past after the 13 days. We've not really met. She went away, we came here, and we've not really spoken. But it would be nice for, I think, someone to come in and mediate and, make peace with all of this. And again, it's not about them and us. It should just be one us and the world be a them. She has been a part of the family. We have Azaris. I think it'll be nice for the family to be kept together, really. I don't think my brother would want it differently. So I think we need to keep respect for, the people who have left us today.
All right, Mandira, thank you. I know it was very difficult for you to speak about all this right now, but thank you so much for speaking to NDTV.
Thanks.